Appreciate you guys for joining me.
Yeah.
I think it's a long time coming. Episode 53 of Tequila and Transactions. A little spin on it. We did a little Taco Tuesday Tequila and Transactions today, which I think was very fitting because a lot of us hadn't eaten shit. And then now, obviously, we get to really enjoy the tequila more than anything. But
those tacos came in clutch.
yeah. I mean,
Clutch.
that's what I was like.
Layer in the stomach, and then add the tequila on top. You know?
Let it sit in there and let them get merry. But no, I really appreciate you guys. Like, it goes beyond words. Like, every time I get people on the show, I think for me it's just a joy to get people on and just kind of chat about what they're up to and just share some ideas.
Yeah, absolutely.
talk a little tequila and get some sips in. And
it's
be
not
happy.
easy to get people on too. People underestimate how hard it is to.
To get Matt, dude.
Straight up, dude.
I was like,
I got a full dance card, man. I got a full dance card.
No, man. I mean, honestly, like, it's cool because now a few people reach out, like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna be on your show," and that I'm fucking honored. Like, to be honest, like, I didn't think this was gonna turn into what it turned into. Like, literally, Christian was my fucking first ever person I interviewed on fucking Zoom in the middle of COVID, and he was drinking fucking shots off his countertop. I was drinking shots out of my parents' bar room. And it's like we took literally a concept of just a couple guys hanging out drinking to like just really highlighting individuals in an industry that sometimes people don't get their flowers, and I think it's kind of evolved beyond just real estate. But I think at the same time, like, it's just cool to chat and check in and drink a little tequila, and then everything. People get a little honest when tequila's around, so like it gets fun,
Now I gotta be honest. I don't even have any tequila in me right now. If there's one person who needs their flowers less, it's this guy. He's been getting so many flowers lately. I am sick of it.
I see him, dude, all over the place.
Flowers anymore? You're done. You're flowered out. You got them. Congratulations.
I'm calling game right now.
It's yours. Please.
Took the crown, bro. Took the crown.
I'm over it.
No, you get plenty of love.
Not really. You saw that he got the.
I did.
Top video.
I saw that. I was like, look at this guy.
Right?
Nice, man.
I mean, they're not creative. They're not that creative. I mean, I don't know.
Like, the competition was like, I was telling him there was like, they did a whole other category that was like best storytelling, and there were some hit or videos in there. I'm like, man, if they would have put one or two of those with me, no, I wouldn't have gotten it. Dude, I think I just got really lucky with that.
Definitely want to touch on that later because obviously, pick your guys' brain, like what the fuck goes on in your minds, like where does the creativity come from? You guys spit ideas, you guys like chat GPT it or what goes on, but like we're first and foremost definitely want to give you guys a mic, let you guys introduce yourselves with who you are, what you do, and then I mean while you guys are doing that, I'll pour a little tequila if that's cool. All right, for sure.
Please do.
Let's make it happen.
Yes. So I'm Matt Petullo. I am a real estate agent, have been for going on 8 years now. I mostly work in the Solano County area, but I'll break off into Contra Costa, Alameda if I have a client that wants to go out there. But that's mostly where I work. Benicia, Vallejo, Fairfield, Vacaville, that's kind of my home base. But I'll just sort of go wherever I'm needed. It's my favorite job I've ever had, and I get to do cool shit like this with my friends. So I'm stoked. I'm happy where I'm at, and I can't see it changing anytime soon.
Yeah, Roland Osage, born and raised here in the Bay Area. Going on December will be year 7 in real estate, and we're Contra Costa, Alameda County. First got into real estate by doing some house flipping, then got my license, and then now we're here on this podcast.
Love it, man. Love it. You guys are also the Bay Bros too, right?
Bay Area Bros.
Bay Area Bros podcast.
Bay Area Boys.
Oh, no, that's right.
Bay Area Boys.
Bros might have been better.
Bros, no,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was taken.
Wait, I don't have. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, this is still.
I was like, let me take this first shot real quick.
Oh, yeah, I thought he was just like going for it. I was like, okay.
No. I mean, honestly, I don't know why I see you guys as bros, so I call you guys the Bay Bros. But
that works.
I do that to people a lot. I don't know if it's because I'm
Bay
like
Boys podcast.
No, like just like even though you see like even it's boys, you may just see bros. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's two guys and they're bros, and like you guys. I mean, obviously you guys get along really well, and you guys are, you guys got the whole thing going, and.
But all like mixed, like even like at the conference, like reading people's like just going off people's handles, like knowing their name, and then like mixing like Jen up with Janie. You're like, it's so embarrassing.
Names are always a hard fucking thing, man. It's like, and then it's like now we're kind of defined by like our online handle. So it's like it's.
Hey.
So who's that?
It's
George.
Oh, right on. Oh. it's
Hey,
the-
go on vacation, bro.
El presidente.
Take some
Take
time off, man.
Hey, get off at like 8 p.m. for once or something.
He's clocking in right now. What time is it?
Hey, come on. Hey,
You clocking
we
in
get
at center?
You want to come make
You want a
appearance?
cameo? You want a cameo?
You want a cameo?
You starting work right now or what?
Hey.
Bro, I thought this was like a special type of episode.
It's Taco Tuesday, tequila and transactions. Bay,
Sorry, guys. I know. Hey,
the Bay Boys podcast in the building.
see you, dude.
AKA, I call them the Bay Bros.
Wait, what
You want some tacos? Bro, get some tacos.
What's y'all bring?
No, this ain't Patron. Dude, you know we don't bring Patron on the show.
No.
We don't bring that shit on the show.
Never,
No, actually,
you never had it on the show?
yes, we have.
Who was it?
Jordan Sharp. And I talk shit to him too. He's like, oh man.
I was not expecting that.
He's like, oh man, is it all right? And I was like, bro, you're gonna bring me back like 20 years, but fuck it, let's do it. He knows I was making fun of him a little bit. I was like, I really don't drink that shit, but all right, bro, peace out. It would have been worse. Like the epitome, like the worst thing you could bring on, like and give somebody, especially if they're Latino or Mexican. If you show up to somebody's house and you have Jose Cuervo, just walk the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like if you don't even take it with
why
you.
Is that though? Is it because the quality's not good? But I want to know why you.
So
He's like, it's pure disrespect.
But I'm a bit curious because I don't know.
I think this is the good way to start this, and then we'll go into tequila and talk a little bit about this. But Jose Cuervo is the king, is the master distiller of tequila. It's the McDonald's essentially, and they own everybody else. So they own the Maestro brand. They own their Alt 1800. They own a fuck ton of brands, right? And they got famous over Cuervo Gold, and which got really people hooked on tequila. And this is like, we're talking about 20, 30, 40 years ago. Like, I don't know how, when and how or whatever, like, good for them. Like, they made their money, but they just fucking, they're like, and it happens to a lot of tequila brands. Like, they'll reel you in, and then they'll fucking just drop the quality. Happened with Casamigos. As soon as Clooney sold it to the Chinese investors,
Did you post
falls off.
something about this semi recently?
I think so.
Because I'm like, hold on, this all sounds very familiar.
So
Yes, I watched all of it. I remember.
So that's why, like, there's some tequila snobs out there that only go to certain brands because they know what they're gonna get. It's more artisanal, like more like handmade culture, like very like proud made tequila versus they're not in it for the production. Like, but some of these brands have gotten fucking extremely famous. Victor Castro's family works and is a part of the Cascawin family, and the Cascawins is like a very famous tequila that's kind of just taken off because they're very like, it's all about the product. Like, the product is what they're proud of. Like, they don't have a fancy fucking label. It's nothing fancy. But is it fucking good as fuck? Yes, it's amazing tequila. Very well made. It's not very expensive. But you have brands like that who really stick to their guns and they just fucking produce good shit that they're proud of. And those people stay around for a long time. There's only a very few, like Don Julio, they get you and then they fucking drop off in quality. In 1942, not at all what it used to be. At all. It doesn't taste, it's going to give you a fucking hangover. Because there's artificial sweeteners, colors, all that bullshit in there.
I was going to say, and aren't they one of the people that put the most like additives into their into?
It's
Dude,
funny too
there's a
because
lot,
I always hear about how like tequila is like the healthiest because of less sugar and things like that.
Right.
And you say things like that, so it just depends on the tequila.
It depends on the tequila. There's certain brands that I would stick to. Like the brands, I would say that like one brand in particular you're going to see a lot of, and it's hitting a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants, is Tequila Ocho. If they have Ocho, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, Ocho is the shit right now. It's coming out of Arandas, which is like right next door to where my family's from in Jalisco. Super good tequila. Like, if you guys ever make it out to that area, you don't always want to go to like tequila to like all the main companies. If you like venture out just a little bit, like that Tequila Ocho has a fucking beautiful tasting room. Great food.
So you're always riding this wave, and they get big, and then you got to find the next.
Most of the time, yeah. I mean, OGs like my dad and his uncles and everybody, like, they were drinking shit back then that people don't even drink now.
Yeah.
They're still around. The brand is still around. It's just not at all what it was. and a lot of it happens when like they get bought out. Like they get huge, they get big, they get they have all the fame. Case in point, Casamigos. Same thing happened to them. Well, there's one brand in particular that's been around for a very long time that's never gonna do you wrong. Is Siete Leguas.
Okay.
Siete Leguas is like been around for a long time. Super solid tequila. Like shit hasn't changed. Like they do really good shit. Don Julio's grandson came out with a tequila called Lalo. Great tequila as well. Very good. But like there's like obviously you gotta like find what you like, right? A lot of people will talk shit about this particular bottle because it's a Cristalino. Cristalinos are something that like some tequila shenanigans like call it trash. And I'll tell you why is because you take 8 years for the agave to mature on average. From that, then you distill it. So now you're talking about 8+ years to actually create it into tequila. Then they age it for about 1.5 to 2 years. So you're talking about now they're in 10 years. And then what they do after that is that they carbon filter it to remove color and imperfections and make it smoother. So what they're really like, a lot of people will say, well, why'd you take all this time to perfect it and then just to fuck it up? Just to put it through a filter. But it's everybody's preference, right? It's like, why do people like rosé versus why do people like a Merlot or a Chardonnay? Like everybody has a different palate. Everybody has
a profile.
Always.
What would it look like if it wasn't filtered though?
It would be like dark as shit, like a whiskey, and that's an añejo tequila. So this is an añejo tequila,
But it's
but then
It's like clarified, basically.
it's been clarified.
interesting. Purified.
Interesting.
So this brand makes a bunch of different tequilas, but this one in particular it's a cristalino. It's crystallized. But here's the trippy part. This is actually a younger tequila. This hasn't been aged. So this is a blanco. So this is like literally
Baby.
8.5 years, and then they filtered it to really, really give it a nice finish. So I haven't tried it. It's gonna be the first time we try it together. So definitely speak your minds. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like it? Do you hate it? Is it something you would enjoy by itself? And then we could throw a little bit of some sparkling water, some soda in there, and make a little cocktail too, if you guys want.
So are we shooting this? Are we sipping it? What are we doing?
I say we. I mean, it's
So you
want
wanna
to
shoot the first one? We can shoot
we could shoot the first one.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And take it from there. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I like it. I'm easy to please with alcohol. I'm not too big of a stickler with this stuff, but I think that was really good. It was really clean finish, not too strong. Just really, really clean. I feel like that. Like that's the word that comes.
Really
to
refined.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna echo that. I think I do like it as well. I wouldn't like it if like for me like I can drink it all. Like I'll drink a blanco. I can drink a reposado. But if I was like more of a whiskey drinker, I wouldn't like this because you don't taste really much of oakiness, right?
Yeah.
from the barrel.
Yeah.
You're missing that, and I think some people like that, and so that's why I would tell people to steer away for something like this and go for an añejo tequila, or even go for an extra añejo who's aged over 18 months, and you're really going to get that flavor profile. One of them, which one's extra añejo that I would tell you to go for? The Siete Legos has an extra añejo. It's a little pricey, but like you're going to be like almost spot on to whiskey. But you're gonna taste it, and then you'll finish with the tequila. You're like, oh shit! So it's super oaky. I love it because I've always been a whiskey Scotch kind of guy too, and so I always gravitate towards that just because I like the brown color. I like the oakiness.
I was gonna ask you if you only drink tequila.
No. No, I don't discriminate, bro. I don't discriminate. No, I mean I do lean that way, obviously, just because like every time I go to Mexico, like I was telling you guys earlier, I bring something back. And more so, it's because I want to try something new, or I just want to add to the collection. Or
is there anybody in Mexico that does like whiskey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's
like who?
Tons.
I don't know any particular brands I can tell you right now, but there's a few out there for sure. But right now, Mexico's really, really big into wine right now. Like huge.
Yeah.
Valle de Guadalupe is like Rosarito, kind of Ensenada area. It's the Napa Valley of Mexico.
Damn.
Amazing wineries, amazing wine, amazing culinary. There's a lot of culinary geniuses there. Like a lot of people have started restaurants there. So like a lot of food and wine pairings, like really trying to mimic what California has, but like in the desert of like, you know, near the ocean. And
Yeah.
so it's a lot more desert kind of vibes, but the soil's super rich and the grapes do super well there. And it's a lot of it has to do with a lot of the coast climate. Yeah, the coast climate helps the grapes a lot. I've had some really, really good wine from there too. It's like, I love wine too. So it's like, it just depends. Like on a chillier night like this, a nice añejo tequila, a little sip, or like a really nice red wine would be nice. You know, cozy up a little bit by the fire, put your slippers on. You know, because like, I mean, it's different. Like, and if it's summer and it's super hot, I'll drink something like this with some soda, with some ice. You know what I mean? Just because it's like I'm not trying to. I don't know. I don't want to get super warm in the summertime. That's why a lot of people drink beer. You know, like they want to get something very cool. This I think will taste really good in a cocktail too, just because it's not super overwhelming.
Yeah, I could see it being more of a cocktail
dangerous
for sure.
Dangerous because it's like it doesn't have that super like overwhelming like in your mouth kind of like tequila taste.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is because of that filter. So like if this wasn't crystal, like if it wasn't crystallized or they call it like cristalino, you would taste it a lot more. Especially because it's a whole, like when it's younger, you get that straight tequila. That's why a lot of people gravitate more now towards like more younger and blancos because of the fact that they're gonna get that in your mouth tequila taste. But then, like I said, everyone's different, dude. Everyone's different. Like,
Yeah.
Not everyone's gonna enjoy this. Some people go towards the darker, you know, shades of tequila, and some people will go towards the lighter ones. It just depends. For me, it just depends on how I'm feeling. To be honest,
it depends on what you're making too.
Yeah, exactly.
Different cocktails call for different types.
Right, and I think this obviously would, in my opinion, taste a lot better with like something light, like a chicken or a fish or something like that. Versus, I think if you're gonna go añejo, and you're gonna be like maybe dessert, a little cigar.
Or like a steak would go well.
Dude,
too.
super well because of that oakiness really cuts it a lot. The salt cuts it a lot. So yeah, I mean, it depends on your mood, what you're eating. So it's like all that stuff rolled into one, you know.
Some prime rib.
Oh,
You just got pregnant with a brain.
I know. Weren't you just there, you jerk?
Yeah, man. That was my second time there. Like
I've never,
5 months.
bro, I've never been.
You're gonna love it.
I've never.
You've never been?
Dude, yeah.
That's so
Everyone always says that.
I'd never
Everyone,
been
it's like,
till
bro,
5
you're from
months
the
ago.
fucking Bay Area. You've never been to House Party. No one's ever invited me.
Yeah.
And
Bro,
I
there's
never.
like 6 month plus
I know.
reservations. Just,
I know.
Just book it. Just book it. For
I know.
two
I
or
feel like
four
I.
people
I
and
feel
just-
like I should.
Yeah,
Just to go because I want. I want
it'll
them to
make you go.
pull up with the little cart of prime rib.
bro. And then
You'd love it.
and then the
Melts in your
seconds,
mouth,
if
huh?
you finish it, they bring you a whole second plate.
But you
What do you mean? Like of everything?
Yeah, sides. Another.
Well, so
cut.
if you get like a little 8 ounce and everything, if you finish it,
I don't know. So I've
do you
always.
have to get a certain amount?
I think you got to get the king's cut.
Oof.
And
Was that 16 ounce?
14 to 16.
Oh fuck!
So yeah, I finished that, and then
A whole lot of meat, dog.
it is.
It's a lot.
I was full, bro. I didn't eat until like 3 p.m. the next day. Like I couldn't.
I can
I
imagine.
woke up and it felt like I ate the biggest breakfast of my life. Like that's what it was like. It was wild. It was all that cream spinach and then mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh,
and
dude,
you know.
I'd go to sleep.
yeah,
Did you get some drinks with it?
yeah.
Where'd you get it?
I got an old fashioned in Manhattan.
Yes.
Of course.
I was just say you got to at least get a
Manhattan was better than
Manhattan.
old fashioned.
See, that's why you're sitting so heavy. Those 2 drinks, those are heavy boys. They're good, but those are heavy.
It's light work right there.
Okay. Okay, dude.
Hey, you took that shot down real nice. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to make a little drink out of it?
Yeah, I'll just throw a little bit maybe in here or something.
Yeah.
Whenever you,
Just
I'll
sip
follow
it.
your lead,
Yeah.
I mean,
You might want to
Mr. Tequila Master.
refill your.
oh shit, I didn't get any ice. Yeah, we need ice on this thing. You want a shot in the
Yeah.
in the water? Show.
You're gonna take 1 shot of that whole thing?
Yeah. We're going to do 2 in that?
I'm just saying.
Hell
That's what I'm
no.
saying, dude. That's a big.
There you go.
That's big.
Probably not even gonna taste it.
It's ice too, though. You got to understand.
Exactly. So, like, you're gonna get nothing.
No.
Matt, what are you doing?
I'm just taking another shot because
There you go.
I'm a true man. And if we're gonna be on tequila transactions, we're
There
gonna
you go.
do tequila
Bayman now,
and talk about transactions.
Bay boys.
That's actually very, very
right?
nice and.
How do you
That's
even
refreshing,
taste it?
huh?
It just tastes like water.
That's exactly the fucking point.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's how we drink it. That's how we drink it in Mexico. Like if we're trying to drink all night, we're drinking it with sparkling water
Yeah.
because we're
I'm here for
hydrating.
longevity, bro.
we're
Yeah, I'm here
hydrating.
for a good time, not a long time.
There you go. Yeah, the whole point is you want to stay hydrated as you're drinking. So like Go all night drinking
That's really good.
some tequila with some sparkling water. I usually do it with a little bit of Coke because I like a little bit of color.
I like that. Go a little mix, right? So it's not too sweet.
Yeah,
Damn.
and then put a little bit of the.
I
Would
drink
you mind
mine.
passing me the grapefruit, sir?
Oh, they're looking at mine. I was like, I drank mine already.
No, I'm put a little splash of grapefruit in there. Give it a little Paloma taste.
I'm trying to cut to the chase here, guys. I'm not trying to come here and mess around. I'm not trying
I
to
like the way you think.
I'm gonna be
trying to get
driving. I'm
drunk
gonna be
4
I'm gonna
hours
be
from
driving.
No, are you kidding, please? I'm a big boy. I'm a big Bay Area boy. It's
There
going
you-
to take more than that to do anything to me. Please. And I have a nice taco lining in my stomach.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Nah, I could go all
That's
night.
true.
I could go all night, man. This is nothing. Speaking of, there's a couple left.
There's a couple.
Yeah, there's a few.
Go for it. Turn
Just
on
eyeing
camera.
it. Just eyeing it.
So, more whiskey? You would grab it. What are you doing, Matt? Like,
Always.
I'm a rum drinker.
oh, shit.
Tiki drinks are my
Oh, fuck yeah, nice.
go-to. However, a spicy margarita, that's my ultimate number one drink.
Yeah.
If there's a
Really?
good spicy margarita on a menu, that's it.
That's where I beg to differ. I can't stand them.
Really? How come?
I'm not, I mean, I love spicy. I
Have
just don't.
did they bastardize it too much? Are you like, what have you done to my tequila?
No, because the first time I had it with mezcal.
Oh,
And
see, that sounds so good.
I know,
love mezcal.
but wait till I tell you that mezcal with citrus, or like, oh, dude, I had a passion fruit mezcal drink. I dream of that shit.
Like, is
It's
it
like
just-
fucking like the most refreshing fucking thing. And you know how mezcal is like, you just like in your mouth, fucking like oak, like
Oh, yeah,
it's just
I
like
love it.
smoky as
Yeah.
shit, right? Dude, I don't know what they did. I think it was like an orange juice. Like it was like a fresh squeezed orange juice, passion fruit with something. And it was at a wedding, my buddy's wedding last year in November. Well, coming up now in November, pretty much a year ago now, around this time. And they had all these drinks on the bar when we got there. And I was like, oh, what are these? They're like, oh, they're mezcal. I'm like, fuck. Because I'm not a huge fan.
No,
I'm not a huge
really?
fan.
Is it? It's
like
really
it.
polarizing.
Like it.
Well, I don't like it straight up. I could do in cocktails all day. But
Yeah.
I'm not a sipper. I'm not
Yeah.
a mezcal sipper.
Was it an acquired taste for you? Like, did you have to have it a few times to
I
like,
had, honestly
appreciate
had
it?
to go to the motherland of mezcal to change my whole perspective. I went to Oaxaca a couple years ago, and I was like, "Why the fuck haven't I been drinking this sooner?" And it's because one thing I will tell you that mezcal has a higher alcohol content traditionally. So
Checks out.
that's why early when I was, we have to aerate tequila because you kind of want to let the alcohol vapors, like a little bit of it evaporate. You don't want to take it straight out the bottle, especially with mezcal. Like it's overwhelming as shit. Like
It could taste like a tire, like
Yeah,
a tire
dude.
fire, just smoky.
Or a cigar.
and then
on
you could just
fire
fucking like
tire.
like you ate a cigar and it goes all the way, and you feel it going all the way down. You're like, oh fuck, dude, and it just doesn't sit right. But I went to Oaxaca and tried it, and they literally aerated it with a fucking piece of cactus. Like literally, they got the cactus on one end, poured it. By the time it got to your mouth, it tasted fucking amazing.
Oh, that's
because all the alcohol has already evaporated. A lot of it is gone. It's a lot smoother. So probably one of the best drunken days I've had. It was so everything was so good. Everything was hella tasty. I was drinking mezcal all fucking day.
How's the food there? I
Dude,
really want to go to Oaxaca.
if you want to feel Mexico,
Yeah.
dude, I'm Mexican as shit, and if you want to feel Mexico, Oaxaca is where it's at, bro.
Yeah.
I went right after because it was a little bit cheaper. Went right after the Day of the Dead, so literally I
Yeah.
flew out like right around this time, 2022. Dude, fun as shit. The amazing mole, amazing food. Oh my god, dude, it's gorgeous, dude. Like so much history. Like a lot of French influence there. It's honestly like people are so nice.
Yeah.
And then to take it a step further, fucking their beach is amazing. Dude.
Really? See, I wasn't expecting that at all.
It's Huatulco. It's called Huatulco and Puerto Escondido. Oh my god, dude, they're gorgeous, dude. Gorgeous. People don't talk about it as much because everyone's like Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, or fucking Rosarito and fucking Cabo San Lucas or whatever. I've never had such great food, such fresh seafood, and in Oaxaca in that area of their beach region of Huatulco, they have that a luminescent lake. It's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Went out there in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
They drop you off and they're like, wave your hands, and I'm like, and they tripped us out because they're like, oh man, the moon's out. You guys aren't going to see anything.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck, why are we even on this boat then? It's fucking cold as shit, middle of the night. And then they're like, nah, jump. They're like, nah, us Mexicans are smart. I'm like, yeah, I know we're pretty smart, but what'd you get? And they're like, they made fucking little huts on the water of like just black fucking tarps. So you have to go, you swim under, and then you just like, you're in this black tarp.
Warm.
Water's warm because it's like their cold current and their warm current get there. So you'll get hit with like cold and warm. And then it's trippy. You just like, and then you go in and it's pitch fucking dark, and you're like tripping out, like what the fuck's going on? And then you start waving your hands, everything turns blue. It's fucking a trip. It's
That's
a trip
cool.
because the algae reacts with
We should just
movement.
plan a trip for 2025.
I'm there, dude. I'll go with you guys. I'll just.
honestly.
Let me ask you this: have you been to one of the cheese farms in Mexico?
I have not, but I'd fucking
Now.
dude,
If that's something you haven't done, I highly
fresh ass cheese. Oh, I can imagine.
and a cheese cave.
Oh,
where they
what?
age all their cheeses.
Oh,
so
sick. What part of
we-
Mexico was this?
That was it. It was we poured in Mazatlan.
Okay.
Then we drove. Almost 2 hours inland to just
shit.
It was the biggest. God, I can't remember what it was called. Top of my head. It was the biggest cheese farm in Mexico. They showed you the whole process of what they did, all their dairy. I mean, everything they did. Took you everywhere.
Shit.
Then they went, okay, now it's time to eat. So we went into the cheese cave, and that was obviously
Interesting.
underground.
Right.
And that's where they had different rooms for like different aged style of cheeses.
So like,
And-
this is where your Gouda is. This is
Yeah.
where Colby Jack is. This is
Sure. So what they did is they sat us down on these stone tables in the cheese cave, right, in groups of 4. And on our plates, they had, like, think of a clock, right? 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, all the way around of the cheeses of, like, fresh to aged as far as they age it for.
11 aged cheese, man.
Yeah. So the first ones
You
were
love it?
just, like, really creamy, really fresh,
Oh,
right?
dude, I love it all. I mean,
And then, but once you get to
sucker
the
for
end,
cheese.
I
for
don't
the
like the
ones that
creamies,
were
though.
that were aged like 50 years, I mean, they tasted like a foot, but in the best way possible.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh, I love blue cheese, man.
They were so good, and then
Oh, dude.
they let you out, and they we're gonna have lunch for everybody.
Cheese sandwiches.
It was a portobello.
Fucking cheese will pasta.
Well, it kind of was though, because it was a mushroom with fresh cheese on it, and what's the dish
Did you get to
called?
pick the cheese or the cheese?
No,
was
it just
pre-picked?
came on it, and a quesadilla basically.
Oh, okay.
And it was the freshest
Oh, dude.
quesadilla and portobello. I mean, it's the best lunch I've like ever had. It was incredible.
People don't. I mean, honestly, like not to be biased here, but fucking Mexican people make some really good fucking food, man.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
not just.
Bro, hell yeah.
It's not just like fucking tacos and enchiladas and things you think of.
No,
it's
that's-
like, dude, it's a whole step beyond. They get pretty fucking
I
fancy
think
with their shit,
arguably,
dude.
if I had to pick one type of food for the rest of my life, it'd probably be Mexican food. You know what I mean? Like, if you really think about it, like other than
I wouldn't be mad at it. I've been good so far.
It's for sure one of my go-tos.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. That's
dude,
not,
I
if you
don't-
think about the variety of it all,
Oh, dude, yeah.
like if you're like, okay, you get one.
Yeah, because you get fucking
Yep.
seafood to
Yep.
fucking like
That's
all
what I was gonna
these
say, people don't think about
hearty
seafood.
dishes.
Like,
Oh,
because
dude,
they think of
very,
Taco Bell, they think of a
Yeah,
crispy burrito
very-
or a
very
crispy
diverse.
taco.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
I will say though, Taco Bell is the #1 fast food,
No, so number one Mexican food.
for the drunchies, yeah.
just in general, fast food. Like not including like,
Number one?
yeah.
Dude, that's a bold ass statement. You
Out of all the fast food,
In and Out is in that category.
I think
don't even bring it.
I think
out
you're not
to this
overrated.
fool.
Oh, I've heard
Ridiculous.
Overrated.
I've heard you say that, man. I'm like,
And I stand behind
Well,
it.
no,
It's
but
overrated.
hey, so same thing there though. It's got more variety
Five
within
Guys.
that.
What do you think of Five Guys? Five Guys.
love Five
Oh,
Guys.
Five Guys is the shit.
Their
Five
fries
Guys is
are
way better.
super overrated.
What?
Yeah,
You're
are In-N-Out fries or Five Guys fries?
Five Guys.
Five Guys.
Oh God!
In-N-Out fries are the worst.
What's wrong? With
I would have it. I mean, the only way I have In and Out fries if they're In and Out like animal style fries. That's how I would.
Yeah, you have
it.
to smother them in
No, you
things.
But they're
don't.
good as fuck.
They're hella fresh, bro.
No, they're not
You
good.
see them doing that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
So what's
when
it's
you
be-
see them actually freaking smash
I don't
those
care
things,
how they make them. I want to. How do they taste?
But wait,
Hey,
man, you're
hey,
blowing my
listen
mind.
to this.
Even better than Chick Fil
Listen to
A.
this. Listen to this. He says McDonald's is better than In-N-Out.
Fries?
That's
Oh
Fries?
yeah.
no. You said in general.
Yes.
Wait a
No,
minute.
you said in general. You and Chris.
I mean-
McDonald's
Yeah.
over In-N-Out.
Because fries
No,
are better
no.
than McDonald's.
No,
Are
they're
you-
not.
You're telling me In-N-Out fries are
They're
better than
pretty
McDonald's?
close.
Oh my!
They're pretty close.
I can't even have this conversation.
I do love me a good McDonald's fry, but I think if they're like honestly, I don't know why they probably have crack in that shit. I don't know what it
That's
is,
what
but
I'm
I always
saying,
crave In and Out. Like driving by it, I could taste it. I'm like,
But In-N-Out is one of the healthier fast food options. Same with Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Don't
Believe it or not,
care
Taco Bell is one of the...
about
There's
health.
value. There's value there.
There's value. There's variety in Taco Bell.
And there's a lot of value.
Don't get me wrong.
The only thing Taco Bell's slacking on is their desserts. But
Well, and their prices.
I heard they're coming out with some Baja Blast desserts.
He had some.
I tried some.
You tried it already?
I tried the gelato.
Did you? Oh shit, was it good?
It was decent.
I want that.
It was decent.
I want that Baja Blast pie. They're
I know,
supposedly
me
gonna
too.
come out.
Pie?
There's a
Yeah.
pie
Oh, I don't want
coming.
to bring the Thanksgiving.
There's a
this year,
pie.
baby. I don't know.
Speaking of that, I was
A
driving
fucking
by-
lime green, like or hallucinate.
With
Like,
the gelato a la mode. Like, here we are, a Baja
I was
Blast
driving by
feast
KFC.
for all of my family.
Baja Blast pie a la mold for y'all. Everyone gather
Oh
around.
my god! A Baja Blast.
That
Baja
shit would be
Blast
so
gelato.
funny.
I'm 100% doing that if I can find one.
I was driving by
100%.
KFC the other day, and there was like, reserve your deep fried Cajun turkey for Thanksgiving.
What, for Popeyes?
And I was like, dude-
Popeyes?
No, KFC.
Oh, Popeyes has theirs too.
Yeah, so I was like, man, that would be a hit to bring that to Thanksgiving. At least
it
just
would.
one.
You gotta
Just
cook.
like-
You gotta cook it though. Just
Oh, you do. They get you there.
yes, they do get you there.
How do they say it's deep
You-
fried
you-
then?
Wait. Well, I might be wrong.
so
I might
KFC
be wrong for KFC, but the reason I know this is
You did it. I've been there.
no, I know. So shout out to the Cruz family. So my brother's in-laws one year were like, they lived like near Popeyes. Oh, we should get a Popeyes
Yeah,
turkey.
try
They're
it,
ready
yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
And they go to pick it up around dinner time, and it's fucking frozen.
Frozen?
Oh no!
You gotta defrost them, and you gotta fucking cook them and fry them or whatever, right?
So what happened? I mean,
Obviously they didn't have turkey.
Yeah. But so, yeah, this one it said deep fried. Get your deep fried
Oh, they
Cajun turkey. KFC.
Oh, okay, the KFC, yeah.
So I was like, man, I might have to.
That sounds kind of nice.
Yeah.
I bet it's good.
And then even just bring it as like, hey,
Just in case
let's
someone
try
fucks
it.
up the
Like,
turkey.
if anybody
Yes.
wants to try it,
Like my
or if
brother,
anybody wants to
brother
try
did
it,
a couple
the
years
Cajun-
ago. Fucking dumbass.
Oh, damn right on the barrel of the camera. Too.
Well, no,
Running you motherfucker.
because he's like, I was like, dude, you're supposed to like make sure the turkey's not ready like right when everybody gets there.
Yeah.
You want to make it get ready like when everyone sits down, then you pull it out, let it rest. He cooked it way too fucking early. Put it back in the oven and keep it warm.
No, so it's so dry.
Hell, hell right.
We had to order extra gravy that year. Oh, it was good.
It's always great when you have to pull out the pouch
Oh,
gravy.
man.
You know what I mean? Just to supplement.
And he was so proud. I mean,
You know what I mean?
the fucking turkey looked beautiful. He was so proud of it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're not what you don't do is let it fucking put it back in the oven, let it cool off, and then you just fucking pour a little fucking hot gravy on
Yeah.
that bitch. Like,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't keep cooking it.
Yeah.
no. He's like, dude, I put it on like the lowest. I'm like, you're still cooking it,
man.
It was hot. You put it back in, and it's continuing to cook. So it's
That's
like,
a shame.
so never again. Don't do that.
Lesson learned.
Don't ever do that. But going back to mezcal real quick,
Yes.
we went a whole tangent back, but it's all good. That's what tequila does to you. Definitely just changed my mind. Being in Oaxaca, be trying it, but then like what really is different is like the way a lot of bartenders are incorporating different things now, and they're kind of trying to use that subtle oak, like smokiness to kind of complement some things. So what I've tried it that tastes really good is like with a fresh squeezed orange juice, and then that passion fruit one I had. Like I tell you guys, I dream about that fucking drink. It was so goddamn good, but it's just really it was super refreshing. And then you get those the chunks of the fruit. You're like, oof. Passion fruit is so
Oaxacan
good.
old fashioned.
A who old fashioned?
Oaxacan old fashioned.
No,
Just a mezcal old fashioned,
Oh,
basically.
I made those for you. Yeah.
gotta try it.
Yeah.
Really good.
I'm not gonna knock it till I try it, but
Yeah.
it depends on the mezcal. I mean, to be honest, it's like any tequila. It's like you have to pick something that's good.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna get something that's really shitty and then make a drink out of it. But
See, I feel like that's the tough thing between whiskey and tequila. Like, with all this stuff you're talking about, it's like, damn, I would like tequila probably way more if I knew what to even ask for, try.
explore, man. You
Yeah.
gotta open up the palate, man. Try different stuff.
That's really what it is. Just
Yeah.
trying
But to be to be honest with you, go for extra añejos.
Yeah.
Añejos.
Yeah.
You're gonna spend a little bit more, but you're gonna enjoy it that much more because
they're more flavorful. They
Yeah.
taste,
yeah, because you gravitate towards that way anyway. You'll enjoy it more because it's something that you're used to, and that flavor profile. Obviously, you're
Yeah.
used to it. You like it, and it's
Yeah.
something that's going to be very similar. And Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like that's what I always used to drink was añejo, extra añejo, was just because I fucking love that taste. And some people hate that shit, so that's why Cristalinos came around.
Yeah.
Was to bring you a more enjoyable.
Yeah, I feel like my wife would like this more, and I like just more the dirty, the dirty, gritty,
the straight.
the straight oil,
the dark barrel, and that's what. And then the crazy thing too is they lose a lot of alcohol when they age it.
Yeah,
and especially in Mexico, like they tell you, like every distiller tell, oh, we put it underground because the climate's so hot, but they do lose a shit. I think they lose anywhere between like 15 and 20% sometimes.
Wow.
Depends.
Yeah.
So but at that point it's more refined. It's like they're gonna charge 3 or 4 times what they would have charged if it was just a regular añejo or if it wasn't aged at all, just because people pay for that. People pay for the aging. People pay for that taste.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of them that I wouldn't fucking touch today, just because like we touched on earlier, it's like there's a lot of shit in it that's not good for us. You know what I mean? And that's why people get hangovers. Like if you're drinking a good alcohol, you got to notice like you don't feel like shit the next day. It's because there's not all the additives, there's not all the fucking artificial sweeteners and all that shit.
Yep.
And it goes down to everything we consume. Like all that stuff that we consume, obviously it's going to affect our bodies in a certain way. So when I'm drinking, I always try to get something that's clean, like something that I know is not going to fuck me up. And then like we go to a fucking Giants game or a Niner game or any game, like, and then they have fucking Patron or something. You're like, son of a bitch. It's like, and then you're like suckered into getting what they have, but yeah, it's.
What are you gonna do? I mean,
at that point, yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean, you could just sneak in your own flask, like,
You could.
But all right, it's like, what's the point? Like,
Yeah. Your guys' stadium sucks so bad, anyways. It's like.
I don't know, we win so much. We win so much there. It sucks.
I don't know about all that this year.
Hey, it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. I don't even want to touch on the Raiders.
Yeah, what's the point?
I don't even want to do it.
Like punching down.
I don't even want to do it.
I'm numb.
All that beautiful stadium for nothing.
I just feel bad.
Just to let the Chiefs win a Super Bowl there. And
Chiefs are winning another Super Bowl regardless, dude. It's undeniable.
Fuck that.
It's either Chiefs or the Lions.
Fuck that.
It's undeniable.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think there's a few other teams in there that.
Who do you
Yeah,
think?
Ravens for one.
No, Lamar Jackson can't close. Dude.
Derrick Henry,
He doesn't
bro.
have enough. He
doesn't
has helped
need
a
him
lot.
anymore. He has Derrick Henry to close now.
Nah, I don't think so, man.
That's why they got him.
I don't think a running back can close like that, especially at his age.
I think the Commanders
I'm
are going to make
sorry,
noise, but I don't
did
think
you
they're going to
not-
go that far.
Yeah.
I like the
But man,
Commanders.
Jaden Daniels, dude.
He's a beast.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're saying ridiculous things, and
I just don't think Derrick Henry at this age can close. They picked him up for what he is worth, but he's not. That's not what the Ravens need to win a Super Bowl, bro.
Yes,
you
it
know
is.
I think
how many?
so.
yes, it is.
Bro, they make so many stupid mistakes as a team. They always have. They lose to the
right.
stupidest
And now
people.
they're just going to give it to Derrick Henry, so those mistakes are lessened.
You'll see.
I do like them in
Yeah,
the AFC.
I'm willing to bet right now.
I do like
do you
them.
wanna bet?
I like the Niners and the Ravens.
It's a tough
in the
bet,
Super
but
Bowl.
I'd just say like that they don't make it maybe to a certain round of the playoffs or something
One
like
round.
that.
One round. Where do they get bounced?
Dude, if you say they get out of wild card, I'm taking that bet.
No,
right now.
I cannot wait to hear.
I'd say they go one round. They go
One and done?
round. Yeah.
Betting, bro. House of Prime Rib.
No, hell no.
Why not?
House of Prime Rib.
Why not? You're so confident.
Yeah, we were talking.
Dude, that's
Don't you
a-
want to go?
I'll be there as a guest.
Don't-
I'll
hey,
pay
you
my
go-
way there.
yeah.
I'll
Don't
be
you
there.
wanna go? Don't you wanna go?
I'm gonna I want to be there just so I can be like. Remember when we tried to tell you, tried to warn you.
So I'm saying they won't
trying
make
to
the
warn
second
you.
round.
Oh, I hear what you're saying.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
No, I
mean,
mean-
camera. So, I'd say no. We'll do like $100.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Is that good enough for you?
I mean, it's
I mean,
a little
after,
weak. I'll get a little more juice, but that's fine.
Yeah. I'd say they're like number 5 probably.
Well, so who do you have ahead of them?
I'd say
The Bills for sure.
Bills. I'd
For
say
sure?
Lions. I'd say Chiefs. I'd say honestly Redskins. I can't say that anymore.
Commanders. Thank you.
Yeah, you can. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
They're
Right.
still the Redskins. Who cares?
Yeah, Chiefs can be the Chiefs, but it's a little different. But yeah. So Commanders, and then Vikings.
Oh, Vikings!
Yeah.
Come on, dude. You don't even know what you're saying at this point.
Really?
Yep.
He's just saying stuff. Roland's a contrarian.
Not with Sam Darnold, bro. Like he's been playing well. Yeah, he beat the Niners. Great.
No,
Like,
yeah,
the Niners never beat fucking Minnesota anyways. Like
Ever. We never
fucking one of the toughest fucking places to go play a game. They have diehard fucking fans.
So where do you have the Niners now that they're getting back to healthy? They'll just be a Niner hater.
Yeah.
Well, why are they getting back to healthy? Because
Don't think with your hat.
Because Christian
Don't think with your hat.
bum ass Achilles
Yeah,
tendon is
the,
back.
Don't say that. We're getting old. We might have Achilles fucking issues, bro. Achilles tendon
I'll always
issues.
be young.
Dude had to go to Germany, bro.
Dude, I did just have a 40th birthday the other day.
Damn, 40 years young.
40 years young, bro. My Achilles are doing great.
Yeah. Keep stretching them, dog.
I'm running, I'm jumping, dude. I'm doing hell of Achilles stuff with these.
No, I don't know. I don't know where I'd put the Niners like place wise. 31 teams in the NFL. I don't know, maybe 15 or something.
15.
What, dude? You guys are what 3 and
We're 4
5?
4, but that's because
4
we've
and 4.
had health
Oh, you are
issues.
okay. That's good. That's good. That's honestly,
That was a very
I thought you were
well
3 and
thought
5.
out ranking there.
That's
Yeah.
a
He's
He's
terrible
like threw that
ranking.
fucking 15 out of nowhere. Like 15.
I mean,
There's
for your,
32 teams
for your
in the
record,
NFL.
for your record right now.
Nah, we're top 10 for sure.
Thank you.
We're top 10 for sure. I think we're like right there at the cusp, but it's like it all depends.
What do you think the real problem is? Because it's not okay. Yeah, you got.
What's
some
the problem with the
injuries.
Niners?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is the problem with the Niners.
No, I mean,
You mean
He's
like
the
as
best
far as like
quarterback
this
of all
year?
time.
Yeah.
As far as this year, or as far as like
this
not
year,
winning the
this year.
Super
No,
Bowl?
this year.
Health is our biggest
Yeah,
issue
health-
this year.
yeah.
One of our receivers blew his knee out. One of them got
And
shot.
Sam, yeah.
One of them can't stay
that
on
was
the
a
field.
rookie. He wasn't going to do much.
Oh, he's gonna do a lot.
Yes, he
Think so?
is.
Ricky? Oh yeah,
Yes, dude.
Ricky.
Yeah, bro. His boy.
it's my boy.
His namesake, dude.
Ricky.
We'll
Ricky
see.
Herschel.
I don't know.
Yes.
You guys just can't fucking trust shit. That's
No,
the
we can't.
end of the day.
That is.
I
a
don't.
big
We,
problem.
we haven't found like we went from having this fucking in your mouth smash face fucking defense with Salah that gets carried over with D'Amico Ryans and then like gets fucking lost, and it's because like we're not utilizing our talents the best way in my
What if
opinion.
Salah came back?
I mean, fuck him. He's already fucking helping
Yeah,
the
he's
Packers
helping
right
out
now.
the Packers.
Oh, is he?
His boy LaFleur.
Yeah, his LaFleur.
LaFleur.
Lee.
Fucking. I mean, I think it's like. I think a lot of it has to do with like fact we're hurt, fact that like we don't have the
Because
core squad
Greenlaw's
there.
Still out, like,
That's like the fucking.
so many of our best players are out. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, and then everyone fucking holds out. You have Trent Williams fucking not showing up to like the fucking 9th hour. Fucking Brandon, are you crying the whole fucking off season like a little fucking girl, dude? And then like all for nothing.
And he even admitted he's like, I probably handled that pretty bad. Did you
Did
see
he?
that interview?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
there.
Ayuk was like, yeah, I probably could have handled that a little bit different. Like he said
my
it himself.
God.
It was wild.
Well, I mean, he was trying to take a little note out of Debo's book because Debo was doing the same bullshit. And he got paid, right?
I get
So-
it. Everybody does
Yeah.
it. It's part of the game. I
It just
get it.
really sucks that he got injured.
I understand it. That's
really
yeah.
sucks.
Like what timing? Oh well, it's fine. But then yeah,
Could be worse. We could trade away one of the best receivers in the game. Could have.
Could be worse. You guys could be a Raiders fan.
very true.
So
It's very
I'm
true.
I'm like, really? You guys got rid of Devontae, bro?
I see it. Yeah. Why not?
I just think it was honestly like you guys could have, should have, would have had Aaron Rodgers.
no. Hell.
Could have, should have, would
That would
have.
have been another stupid.
Well, don't-
Why?
Look at him. What is he making better? What are they? They're 3-6.
I mean, he probably wouldn't have collapsed or got his Achilles ripped because he wouldn't have been playing against Leonard Floyd in that game. He would have been playing against somebody else. But like,
yeah.
I just it's
But he's got one
I mean-
1 year left, maybe 2 years left.
Yeah.
Why would the Raiders do another stupid?
better than
like
Gardner
that?
Minshew.
Yes,
And
but they would have
O'Connell
paid him a
and-
lot more than Gardner Minshew.
True, but then that puts fans in the seats. You have his home. You have Rodgers'
We gotta
homie.
win, man.
it's tough.
We,
as a-
we got enough fans in seats.
It's
for
tough
all-
as
Isn't that your guys' motto? Just win, baby.
Yeah.
It's tough as a Niners fan to look at anybody and say
dude.
you could have had
Fucking
Aaron
fo-
Rodgers. 'Cause,
Football sucks.
That's all we should have had.
Niners could have, should have, would have had Peyton Manning at one
We
point.
should have had Aaron Rodgers. We should have drafted Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, we could have, should have, would have had Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Now we got Tom Brady.
Well, sort of.
He's gonna make a difference.
Yeah, you think so?
What are you doing?
what's the date today? Roland said that Tom Brady is going to make a difference on November 5th, 2024. We'll revisit this and see what happens.
I want to be age like crazy, like 30 years later.
40 years later. We finally got a Super Bowl, boys.
Damn.
Just to pivot real quick, I definitely want to pick your guys' brains. You know, you guys do some amazing content. You guys have your awesome podcast. I don't know what do you guys want to touch on more? How awesome you guys are, or how awesome the podcast is, or whatever. But anyways, Like, where does all the like where does the imagination create? Like, where does that come from? Like sometimes I see your guys' shit. I'm like, how the fuck? How'd you guys think of this shit? Are you guys getting inspiration from other agents around you guys, or are you guys just trying to say, fuck it, we're just gonna roll with this and see what happens?
Yeah, I think we've always been pretty creative since we both got into the business. I know that even the very early days of COVID, like I was doing like those over the top listing videos that nobody else was doing.
When you're sitting on the roof and shit.
Yeah, and that's like simple nowadays, but back then, you know, that was pushing the envelope, right? That was doing something that nobody was doing.
Yeah.
And so since we've kind of been doing that for a few years now, it's always thinking that like, well, what can we do? What can we do a little bit different, right? What can we do to push that envelope a little bit more, or just to do something just different than what everybody else is doing? And obviously, you have to do some of the same stuff because it is that tried and true marketing, and clients want it. But then there's that little bit extra of like, well, what can we do that people aren't doing?
Right.
And Roland's done really well with that in his like listing videos and his hooks and all those types of things. And I think just the fact that the two of us are doing it in our podcast as well, and our TikTok, our long-form TikTok, that's something I really look at and think nobody's doing that. Because everybody on TikTok is short form, right?
Yeah,
it's
you guys changed the game.
3 seconds or less, 3 seconds or less. And we're posting 10-minute walkthrough videos.
I know. Sometimes I catch myself watching that shit for like 10 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck these guys.
move on, next. Then Matt comes up, fuck.
Yeah. The same house, too. You're like, I just
fucking seen this mother. Another one?
Shit. Yeah,
nah, but dude, it's like you guys do a really good job with the storytelling. I think it's different from what everybody's used to, and I think that hits the nail on the head. It's like everyone could be a fucking same old boring realtor, you know what I mean? I think it's cool that you guys kind of bring that creativity to the game and kind of like inspire people like me and other people around you guys to like level up, right? Because if we're just being the same, it's just fucking being complacent, having the same old bullshit, just things I like. Obviously, people are not going to want to see like a fucking pan of like, or the gallery of the photos with with the fucking harp music in the background kind of thing. It's like, I think at the end of the day, like you have, like we're in the business of, you know, selling, right? And we also want to sell the consumer, but at the same time, like really bring value and showcase like what you guys are bringing to the market. I think you guys do a really good job of like explaining things in a really cool way, right? And really get people interested in not only what that home has, but what does it bring, the location or anything else that you guys do like to really highlight. So I think it's really cool shit, man. I really appreciate you guys. Look up to you guys in that regard.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
We try, because we know, especially nowadays, we know that people's attention spans are so small.
Dude.
And so it's like, all right, what do we do either as a hook or something like this, you know, because we don't always come right off the bat with like, rah, like right in your face, you know what I mean? But we're still very conscientious of, especially when it comes to our podcast clips, of what makes a good clip, right? Like what can we parse out here that might not be hooking, eye-catching, ear-catching right off the bat, but is something that people are going to want to hear about.
Exactly.
And that's what we try to, especially Roland, that's one of his jobs for the podcast, is picking articles or topics that we think people are actually going to care about. Mm-hmm. And so far, it's funny what you think people are going to really care about.
Right.
And then you kind of post, like, I don't want to say a throwaway one, but one that you're like, it's whatever. And then it just goes, like, dummy viral.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about IVF, and I was like, this is important, and this is something that affected my family, so I feel really passionate about this. And it did, like, all right. But then we just posted something like, Dublin's going to have, a new complex. And it went insane. Like, it went crazy. So you just never know. But we always try to bring, with whatever clip it is, because we know this has a chance of reaching a lot of people. We try to make sure that we bring value. Mm-hmm. We try to make sure that we know what we're talking about most of the time. Or sometimes we try to be polarizing because we want that, not negative feedback, but just, two opposite sides talking about it.
Yeah.
And that really gets the conversation going and really pushes pieces of content out.
No.
Plus, it's just fun to, like, mix it up.
Yeah, for sure.
And Roll's not as much as I am, but if someone trolls on one of our videos, I go
he'll go back
in on it, dude, because I always got time. Dude.
That's fucking hella funny.
Got time.
That's
because I know that a lot of people are like, oh, you need to like rise above and just say like, oh, thanks for juicing the algorithm for me. Fuck that, dude. I'll get in there. I'm like, oh, nice profile picture, idiot. You know what I mean? I'll say stuff like that. Just so ridiculous and off the cuff because I'm doing it to purposely get that person to respond to me.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because as long as they're responding and going, that's just more algo juice, baby.
Yeah.
That's more
dope.
algo juice, just going. So
Yeah.
I'll have like 50 comment long threads with just some idiot.
That's hella dope.
And I'm
That's hella
saying,
funny.
I'm responding to, I had one where I told a guy that Bill Nye the Science Guy and Tony Hawk were my uncles. and I was like, well, how do you think Tony Hawk did the 900 at San Francisco for the X Games, which I was at, by the way, true story.
Oh, sick.
Because my older uncle, Bill, helped him figure out the fucking physics of getting it done, and the two of them together, he broke that record.
That's fucking
and
hella
this guy's
funny.
like, there's no way that's true. I'm like, bro, my middle name's Ollie, dude. That trick was named after me, dude. He named that trick after me. And the guy's like, there's no way that's true. I'm like,
He's fucking on Google on fact checking you and shit.
And I'm sitting there with my feet up, watching my sports talk shows, like just responding to this guy, like, ha ha, and just hitting send. And he's over there steaming out of his ears. He doesn't have an uncle or a nephew named Matt. I just looked it up on his webpage. I'm like, oh my God, dude, it's the best. It's the best. It's the most fun thing of all time.
That's fucking great.
It all goes back to I would say like local content though.
Yeah.
Like to get really actionable, it's really simple. For the podcast, the news outlets do the work for us. Then we make it super actionable what we're talking about, so we don't have to read a whole article. Somebody else doesn't have to read a whole article. They can watch our 30, 45-second video and get upset about it, get juiced about it, share it, send it to a friend, talk about it at work. It's just crazy because like news stations are at like an all-time low for viewership because social media is at an all-time high. So people see that stuff, and that's the first time they're seeing it. They're not seeing it on those news outlets. They're not reading it on those articles that we pay for to access, right? People aren't going to pay for articles to access. So that's just like kind of the juice behind the podcast and the clips itself.
Very dope.
Yeah.
Not our personalities.
No. You carry a lot of the personality, but it's the
I think we both do.
It's just the information, right? It's the content.
Yeah, I mean,
at the end of the day.
Yeah, honestly, I think you guys do a really good job of like, capturing, people's attention. At the same time, then it's like, oh shit, a lot of people didn't even fucking know this stuff was going on. So I think that's great. You guys are obviously leading with value, but at the same time, then got Matt over there just fucking feeding the trolls, them.
It's funny. Roland and I have talked about this a lot because we're going to start doing a couple like speaking gigs for things. So we're fleshing out what our presentation is going to look like, and I'm a firm believer of entertainment first.
Yeah,
that's my background. I've been an entertainer. Like having the spotlight to me is just like it's empowering, and I know what kind of power that carries with people paying attention to you.
Right.
And so Roland comes from a very information first background, right? Not that I'm saying he's not creative because he just won the best creative video in our whole brokerage, so I'm not saying that. But he comes from much more of a spot of like he wants to give the information.
Right.
And so I really truly believe that you can have the best information possible, but if you are not entertaining giving it,
oh, for sure,
nobody will listen. But the flip side of that is true too, where if you're just a clown vapidly spewing out nonsense, then no one's going to take you seriously.
Exactly.
So I think what we do is really a combination of the two, where we come with a foundation of really good information and knowledge, and we color it in with our banter, our personality, because we try to make it digestible for people and have it come from an interesting place.
Right.
And I think that we've kind of had that like secret sauce that we've started to figure out and build upon more of doing both of those things, because I really, really do believe that you need both those things, because I've seen genius level people speak who are just dry as a board, and I can't listen. I cannot listen, because it's just like I can't. I know what you're saying is so valuable, but it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. Or
too actionable.
Oh yeah, or just there's no context, there's no coloring it in, right? It's just fact, and it's overwhelming.
Oh,
and you
for
need
sure.
that little bit of entertainment to help people digest it, to help them like simmer on it. You know what I mean?
Pattern interruption.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah,
or just to help them understand what it is that you're actually talking about on not so high of a level, if we're talking about high level things.
Yeah.
I think that the mixture of those two things has been really the thing that's helped us reach the heights that we have with our podcast so far. which has been really fun and helpful. And it's just cool to like hang out. You know, it's easy to do.
Oh, dope. Yeah,
it's so much easier to do content, as I'm sure you realize, with people.
Yeah,
because
of course.
it just makes things go faster. It's more enjoyable.
Yeah,
and it's entertaining.
Yeah, I agree. Even doing this show for me, it's like I can't have like fucking the Clear Eyes guy sitting across from me. Like it just wouldn't work. Like it's just exactly. As I was like,
wow.
exactly. Fucking pour him a shot. Wow.
Yeah. Your TV show Win Ben Size Money?
Yeah.
On Comedy Central? No? Win Ben Size Money?
I remember.
No.
I remember, but never watched it.
Yeah, my age is showing a little bit there.
Yeah, I gotta look that up. I think I know what you're talking about too. He hosted the whole show, right?
Win Ben Size Money. That's like impression.
Yeah, I think I just you have to bring someone on who, and obviously like doing something like this with you guys, obviously it helps me. I don't have to do a lot of the talking. You guys, are confident and can speak to the camera. And you guys have that persona. A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah,
and it's hard to find it. And sometimes it takes a while. And I always tell people, like, I was scared as shit to go on the camera. The way I kind of got used to was doing 10-second Snapchat clips. Just fucking doing a little 10-second thing and then just posting it and just saying, fuck it. Like, I did my 10-second thing today, and then just, like, getting used to it. Because for me, it's like I've always had that kind of fear of public speaking. I kind of got over it over the years, but then even, like, getting in front of a camera and you're, like, looking at the camera and you're like, oh, shit. Like, people are going to see this.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be fucking recorded, and this is going to fucking, like, outlive me. So it's like, obviously just being nervous and thinking, but then you just got to fucking be yourself. You got to do your thing. If you're thinking about it, then you're going to start tripping up on your words. You're going to overthink. You're going to get nervous. And it's like, so you just got to do your thing, be yourself, drink a little tequila, you'll be fine.
Exactly.
Have you ever had someone come on that you were surprised how different they were than what you thought they were going to be? Like you thought
That's a fucking really good question.
Like you had someone come on, you don't have to name names, but I mean, have
No.
been someone where you're like, this person's going to kill it, and they come on and they're just a dead fish?
To be honest, brother, I don't think I have.
That's great.
And I'm fucking Christian Avalar was a little dry. Did he?
Yeah, he's kind of boring.
Honestly, I need to do because literally we fucking recorded on Zoom in COVID, so like I have to bring him on, read and do another one with him, like live on like kind of this format. Because I think we're fucking someone have to carry us out, like what I mean, like
sure.
we're fucking
Between you two,
we're fucking kill a bottle and have to carry us out, like. But no, I don't think. To be honest, no. Everyone that I brought on, honestly, is either people I've known, have done a deal with, ran into them like at a mixer or like something like that. And like a lot of people that I've brought on are like people that I would fucking go and have a drink with or fucking go and hang out with. So it's like everyone I've honestly has come on has been pretty cool. Like I don't think I've had a dud to say. But hopefully, like, that doesn't ever happen, because then I'll be like, But there's been times where like the conversation has gone really deep, like even after cameras, like gone on. Like there's one time with like me, I don't know if you guys know Victor Reyes, but me and Victor Reyes were on like literally recorded for like an hour and a half, and then we fucking hung out for another 3 hours after that, just talking and drinking and like talking about family and all the culture and all kinds of shit. It's like we got really deep into it, so like. And then just like overall, we just have a really good time. Like have a fun time just chatting and sharing ideas. And like I said, tequila really keeps people honest. So like a lot of honest fucking things come on the show. People say a lot of honest shit. And talk a lot of shit too, which is fine. Like, you can talk all the shit you want. All you got to know is it's going to be recording and we put on YouTube. So talk all the shit you want, right? But no,
all my NFL predictions and everything.
It's been a lot of fun. No, we're gonna have a timestamp, bro. We're gonna come back.
Hell yeah.
Like how long how much has Tom Brady really helped you guys?
Right.
No, it's all fun and games, man. At the end of the day, I have a really good time just hanging out and sharing some tequila and talking shop a little bit, and like obviously like at the end of the day, like we're in business, together. At the end of the day, I always see it like, yes, we're competition, but it to the point where like. It's friendly competition. And for me, it's like I came into the industry like trying to make a million friends. Like I don't ever want anybody to badmouth me for the wrong reason or for something that happened that I always want people to like me and trust me, because I know that that's going to carry a lot of weight in my reputation when I go to write an offer or I go to do anything. And so for me, it's like, I'm not trying to do anybody wrong. I'm not trying to do anybody dirty. I always tell people I'm in this industry for life. Like, this is my career. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, when people think of, oh, like, who's Ricky the Realtor, or like, oh, he's a solid guy. You know, I've done a deal with him. He's cool. I never want to have that reputation where, like, oh, that fucker is sleazeball. Yeah. He fucking did me dirty. He did this. He did that.
Because it's like, there's so many of us in this industry, but it's a very small industry.
That's one thing too that we chatted about on the show. I think it was when I had Stephanie Ramirez on. We were just like, she's like, yeah, like I didn't really understand that. And I'm like, dude, like, people will fucking like never forget.
Yeah.
And there's definitely agents I'm never gonna forget either that have done me wrong or have done me dirty or have like really tried to like fuck up a deal, or you're just like, what are you fucking doing? Like, do you not want to get paid? Do you really want to make everybody suffer? Like, so yeah, I mean, obviously there's those encounters where you're like, dude, what the fuck? And then you run across them again, you're like, oh my god.
Right. When you run across them, it's
And then you got, I mean, obviously have to have that hard conversation with your client, like, this person isn't the best person, and we might have to be careful with this and tread very softly because shit could blow up in our face. You know what I mean? It's like, I never want to have that reputation or be considered, like, even that be even considered. So like for me, it's like, I'd rather people know me for, you know, always trying to do the right thing, always trying to be a team player, and at the end of the day, like, that I do good business and I care a lot about my clients, and obviously I want to work together with people who want to do the same thing. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people don't really understand how small the industry is and how your name carries a lot of weight.
Definitely.
And then once you fuck up once, like, it's not going to go away too easy. No, like, people are going to remember.
You're right about that, man. Yeah, I've ever since day one, I've been very, especially in Benicia, which is like smallest small town USA, and everybody knows everybody's business in that small market. I was really conscientious of just trying to have my name be associated with a smile. I know it sounds silly, but anytime someone sees an offer from me come across their desk, the reaction I want from them is, all right, you know, that's what I want, that right there.
Yeah.
Like, okay, because they know I'm going to be easy to work with, I get my shit done, I don't cause a lot of problems, and I'm a good ass time during an escrow. Like, we're going to have fun, you know what I mean? Obviously, there's going to be some competition and negotiations if there need to be, but we're all, they know that I'm working towards getting the home sold.
Exactly.
Right? I'm not going to stick my foot in and just be like, well, now we want $50,000 more for credit because, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that.
Yeah. You know?
And
I think it's important what you said is that we're having fun, because if we're not having fun doing this shit, then why are you even in the industry? Like, if you're miserable selling fucking homes and working with some really cool people and to help them like change their life for the better, and many cases, like, I don't know who you are and what you're doing, because it's not a miserable job unless you make it miserable. And if you're miserable, then maybe you should change who the fuck you're working with, because it took me a while to figure that out too. That I was trying to please the crowd. No, I was just trying to please the crowd, and I was working with some people that I felt like maybe weren't a good fit for me, and trying to like just be a fucking pleaser. Yeah. That's who I am at nature.
Clientele-wise, you mean? So what was?
I just think like people would tell me like, "Oh, Ricky, we want to see 30 homes tomorrow," and I'd be like, "Sure, what time?"
Right.
And not coaching them through, like, hey, we're going to fucking set ourselves up for failure. What do you mean we're going to see 30 homes? Like, we need to really refine that, and especially in a market in the Bay Area where, like, nice shit does not last. And if you like something, like, we need to focus on what you like and not just what's available.
Yeah. Well, is that so much clientele, or is that so much more, do you think, your own confidence?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, because that's what it was for me, because I would do the same thing early in my career too, because I didn't want to ever say no.
I think this is a great segue, because my next question was, would you guys do anything different if you were to start all over again? Because honestly, I think that's the thing. What I would have listened to a lot more realtors around me that were telling me, like, you have to be very careful about how you're utilizing your time, and you have to make sure that, like, and they always would tell me, like, just be careful, because some buyers are liars. Like, buyers are liars, and you're gonna fucking go show houses to these people, and they may not even ever buy from you. And I'm like, that's never gonna happen to me.
Right.
It's happened many times.
Of course it does. Yeah.
So and it still happens even to this day, but it's not like. I think earlier in my career, I was just so like, yes, and I was never like, maybe, or like, oh, let me look at my calendar. Let me make sure I can do that. Or maybe like, if so, I think that's just for me. My early my careers was like, oh, I overwhelm myself with being the yes person and just trying to do everything, versus like really trying to just like niche down and just focus on like my area and not so much going like I was going everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Bethel Island, fucking Sacramento, like fucking San Jose.
This year I definitely did that so much differently. With just knowing, I'm not gonna. I know those drives back. I know I'm not putting myself through that.
Yeah, like
so,
today.
Yeah,
really
like,
over an hour.
Really dialed in this year with
20
referring out when I needed to.
Well, especially because you have a kid now too.
Yeah,
so your time is
things change.
Way more valuable.
Absolutely. I wouldn't do anything different. Like I think everything I went through with the struggle at the beginning and doing Envision, the struggle with that, what I learned from that to do content now. The brokerage I chose because of that whole route, it was like all part of the plan.
Journey.
Yeah.
And now you're doing business with your mom, which is fucking dope.
Yep.
I was gonna ask you because that's fucking cool. You don't see that a lot. You see like husband and wife, or like this and that, but like that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Be able to work with your mom and be able to obviously share your creativity with her and stuff like that, which is I think is really dope.
It's been fun, like including her and stuff. And it's funny, like when she's been licensed 3 years. And I sent her to a brokerage, essentially, to get proper training. Because that was when she got licensed, I was still doing Envision and real estate at the same time. I was like, I'm not going to give you...
It's tough, man.
I'm not going to give you that attention. She probably would have gotten out of the business.
Coaching is hard, man.
Yeah.
And I think...
And I didn't have the...
Yeah.
I honestly didn't have the track record for it at that time. I really didn't. So doing that, her getting properly trained, crushing it, and then when she was kind of getting over there... that brokerage is just like systems and like the stuff that they had to do. She was ready to come over, and it was a no-brainer. It's like one of those things where we just said a good thing from the jump. It was like, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We know what we find. If it does work out, it'll be a great fit. So it's been great.
That's nice, man. That's great.
Yeah, his mom's a hell of a lot cooler than he is. So I'll just say that.
The apple fell a little farther from the tree.
I'll just say that.
No, man. I mean, I think I'm the same way. Like, obviously, I wish I would have done things differently, but like, I wouldn't be where I'm at now if I didn't go through that.
You wouldn't have known to do things differently.
Yeah.
I mean,
without the hindsight of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
I mean, you have.
back.
I think you have to experience all that shit.
Like, I want to say, oh yeah, I would have done content way sooner, like way more effectively. But it's all that It's just like you were saying, like when you first started, you were so nervous. It's like people don't understand.
Dude.
They think that like some of us just have this natural ability. And it's just so far from the truth, dude. It's just so much trial and error, so much.
Oh, for sure.
All this not working, this lightweight working, and then going great.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Everybody just thinks it's just like so cut and dry, and just so far from that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't see what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like all the fucking hair pulling and fucking like beating the shit out of your computer or whatever it is. Like obviously
That's our job, right?
Yeah, we go through
disappointment.
Yeah.
To me, that's where the money's made.
The daggers in the heart.
You know what I mean? Like, 'cause the selling of real estate is easy as hell. Anybody can.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's easy. To me, I think it's too easy to get your real estate license.
Yeah,
that might be a different conversation for a different day. But the point is, it's everything else we make our money, right?
Yeah.
It's the being a counselor to your clients.
Yeah.
It's being a counselor to the other agent sometimes. Like, people don't see how much extra work you put in.
Exactly.
And to me, the best part, the best thing I can hear a client at the end of an escrow say is, that's it. When I hear them say that, it means I put everything on my back and didn't let them see any of it.
Yeah.
Which to me, again, is the point.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people try to put themselves into positions to show their worth. Like, I've seen agents create problems just so they could be seen putting the fire out.
Create problems without their clients even having a problem.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just so they can say, like, I saved the day. I earned my commission this week. It's like, no, have to nothing. I hope I don't have to do anything ever. That's my dream, is I just go, oh, you want to buy this house? Here's an offer. Accepted? Cool. 30 days later, escrow done. That's the fucking dream. I wish that's what my job was.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's not at all.
Yeah, we sell homes in the Bay Area.
Yeah, it's wild.
Some of them have issues. Some of them don't. Like, every city has their own nuances. Like, there's hella
Some of them have unrealistic price expectations.
As we were talking about.
Yeah, some people say, like, offer us $850 and we'll take it. Here's $850. My clients want $9 now. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, and I think it's not for the faint at heart. Like, obviously, like, it takes a lot of guts, it takes a lot of hard work. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, you have to show up to work.
And that's the thing too. Like, I don't know, maybe it isn't the fact that it is so easy to get your real estate license. Like, okay, could it be a little bit harder? Sure, but still think about the failure rate. But
Yeah,
a lot.
The hard thing, man, is getting the client. The hardest thing in the world is getting the client.
Sure.
That's what they don't teach you.
Exactly.
And that's what the test doesn't teach
some
you
people
at all.
that might study like a lawyer to do that still wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I mean? So they're just, I don't know. Maybe
they still gotta like you.
Yeah.
And now they have to sign an agreement to work with you either which way, if you're a buyer or a seller. So you still got to get that signature. You still have to have enough to get you know.
I want to touch on that though, because I feel like what a lot of agents aren't talking about and saying to their clients is they can sign an agreement without it being exclusive.
Yeah, no, they can't.
You know what I mean? Like, think about how much
you do that
all the time, because it makes them feel so comfortable to move forward all the time. And it's the same thing of how we used to operate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because they get
what used to be was a handshake before.
I make all my family and friends use me exclusively.
I'm not saying I never do exclusive.
No, but yeah.
But I'm just saying if there's some people that are just
If you
really
can feel that they're like
I'm
wary
like, hey,
about
listen, this is how we always used to do it. It's non-exclusive. If it wasn't a good fit, you can go anywhere, and they're not going to. You know what I mean? Even just that extra comfortability level from there.
Yeah, I always tell people
Especially
that too.
if it's a brand new, never meeting before.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's somebody that reached out from social media and they're like, you know, you just haven't really set that expectation yet.
And then you slide over the agreement.
Right.
And like,
yeah. But I think that's like, I don't hear anybody on social media talking about that.
Yeah, I think that's...
It's just now hey, you got to sign this agreement, and this is how it is, and it's back to the kind of where we got into this whole mess in the first place, which is not being transparent on our contracts.
Not being totally honest about what their options are.
And people aren't even telling people, you can sign this non-exclusively. You can sign this with as many people as you want to go see houses. No one's talking about that. So maybe I might have to do a full social media.
There you go.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you to Tequila Transactions for sparking the topic.
There we go.
But I think that, I mean, I haven't heard anybody talk about that either, and I think that's a really important thing to talk about because some people, I mean, the average consumer doesn't know.
No.
We know that there's a box to check.
They won't even read the contracts.
They don't, but I tell my buyers all the time, like, you know, there's exclusive and non-exclusive. Like, if you want to work with me, then we can sign an exclusive agreement. If you're still, what the fuck? if you're still on the fence and you want to work with others, you're more than welcome. We could sign a non-exclusive agreement.
And I feel like it's almost even more of a close because at least for me, I don't know, I haven't had many clients unless it was a client with some unrealistic expectations.
Right.
That has straight away after you start getting to shown homes and things like that.
Because I think once you go out there the first time, they know right away. Like, this is the agent for me or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you're on them, like on a hawk, like as a hawk, like walking them through the house with them and like grabbing their ankles. Hey, what do you think? What'd you think?
Yeah.
Like, oh, did you like the deal? Like, people get it, like, real quick. People are going to have a really good understanding whether or not you're going to be the agent for them or not. So.
Oh, I thought they were chopsticks. I was like, what? Why did you just give them chopsticks, bro?
You're hooking them up. You just get the stir on.
I was going to say, like, hey.
Get that little fizzle. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that no one really touches on, and like I can imagine a lot of agents probably don't even tell their clients.
No, not at all.
And I tell them I tell my clients all the time. The only people that I have signed exclusive agreements with were people that I've been working with already. And I was like, hey guys, you know, this is something we have to do. And then all of them were like, yeah, of course we want to work with you. And then we'll sign an exclusive agreement because we've already been working exclusively anyways. But like obviously people like you meet off social media or like someone referred you. Like I had a girl the other day find me on Google and she's like, hey, I want to talk to you about buying a house for me and my mom. And I was like, for sure. She met me here. We talked about it, and then I told her, "Hey, I'm gonna send you over this agreement so you can read over it. It's something that we have to have in place when we start seeing homes. We don't have to sign it now, but I make it a part of my buyer consultation. I let people know right away what they're going to see.
Absolutely.
Because what's the point of bringing it up later, and then there's already mistrust there now.
Because then it seems like you're like springing it on them, you know, and be like, here's all this stuff. Oh, by the way.
Before we go inside.
Yeah. No, I always, that's the first thing I talk about. So what percentage would you say do you do that are non-exclusive signings? Just like a rough estimate.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like more often than not, less often than not.
Probably less often than
Okay,
not.
but you give it an
maybe 40%.
Okay, that's almost.
If I'm gonna like, I don't know. It's like, to me, it's like if I just know that they're already there and they're signing that agreement, it's like, I'm like, sometimes I'll just be like, I'm good.
Fuck it.
I don't even care. You know what I mean? Like, it's just because I just don't.
Yeah.
I know they're not. I know, and you can really. I like we in this business we get really good judgment of character after all these different personalities that we're with, right?
A lot.
So I think that you can really dial that into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a sense. But I had like one that was like such a good scenario where they did it with another agent. It was like a newer agent with a different brokerage. For whatever reason, they felt really off the way his approach and everything was, probably because he was newer, and had them sign an exclusive agreement. They got out of that agreement, and I like to make them feel more comfortable. I did that same approach. It was like, hey, you guys will have to sign this to do it, but we can check a non-exclusive box, and just in case we are not a good fit, you guys are totally good. You can, and even that was like, boom. Way huge layer of trust that they were not told before from that other agent. So I was like, oh, this is already totally different.
Right.
This is already 9 day from that last person that we worked with.
Right.
So like scenarios like that, it's just like a little bit of reverse, you know what I mean? Like, not reverse psychology, but in a sense, right? It's like, because they didn't know this, I'm telling them something that they're going to make me trust me even more with, and they don't have to be committed to me.
Well, you're accessing the pain points, which is what any salesperson does.
Yeah.
Oh, the pain point was you don't trust
Right.
us now? Well, then we'll do a thing to where you don't have to trust me. If you want to leave, you can fucking leave.
Yeah.
You want.
Or even put it this way: maybe they talked to another agent, and that agent gave them their pitch on how things all work, and they didn't bring that up, and you were the one who brought that up.
They're like, and
solidified.
So and so didn't tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always tell people, even if I tell them, even if you choose to sign an exclusive or non-exclusive, for me, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I just want you to feel supported, and that someone's going to be there for you and help you along this journey. At the end, also, I even tell them, like, if for some reason we go out and see homes and we're not a good fit, I'll fucking toss it out. Like, we don't need to work with each other. Like, there's no point in like fucking strongholding them. Like, oh no, you have to buy a house. I mean, fuck, there's plenty of business for everybody.
I don't think I would ever, if I showed a few houses and then they bought a home with someone else, I don't think I could ever be like, oh no, you're paying me that money now.
Well, and even like I know a lot of brokerages. I mean, I've talked.
I couldn't imagine actually trying, like actually taking that stance.
Yeah.
And being like, nope, you have it signed here that I get the money, even though you're not using me as a real estate agent. And I could never do that.
I don't think I could do that either.
It's not only that, but it also goes to the broker. It depends on the broker, and most brokers, I think, are to be like, dude, don't.
Yeah, don't
just
go
stop.
after it. Just we don't
want to get into this.
Just fucking keep it pushing. Because I mean, I know in my career, I've worked with folks who were represented by somebody else, and then they came to me, and probably vice versa.
Yeah.
There's people that never got back to me or whatever, and then they ended up buying with somebody else.
Yep.
Who cares?
They
probably fell in love with the listing agent. That's fine.
Right.
That's fine.
Who cares?
I just know when they're going to your guys' listings, I'm gonna fucking go with them.
Yeah.
As you should, because we'll snake them right out from under you, bro. I don't care.
Oh, you're working with Ricky?
Remember with Ricky? You know he buys bad tequila, right?
Have you come over here?
Tequila taste? Woof. Woof.
Imagine. No, I mean, in my career, it's like I've fucking people have like, oh yeah, we were working with somebody else, and we feel like way more comfortable with you because you did X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, I'm doing my job.
Yes.
And then you realize like, fuck, some people don't fucking do their job.
No, they don't.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? And they're like, yeah, this person like they didn't even remember what address we saw. I'm like, what? Like they're like, yeah, we saw like 3 homes with them, and we told them what home we wanted to like get disclosures on and whatever. And they sent us everything for the wrong home and like this and that. I'm like, holy shit.
Well, I think it was Ryan Serhant. One of the first things I heard him talk, I can't remember where it was, but it was early in my career. And he basically said, do you want to know how to be better than like 90% of agents? Just do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah.
That was such a like light bulb moment for me because I've met so many agents who don't.
Yeah.
They're like, I'll get that to you tonight, and then they don't.
Yeah.
Or
if I tell you I'm gonna get it to you tonight, I'll get it to you at 11:59 p.m. But it will be in your inbox.
Be done. But he said just do what you say you're going to do, and I promise you will be better than so many other real estate agents. And I've always kept that to heart. If I tell someone I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Just like it doesn't matter what it is. Like if I say tonight and I get busy if I go to the hospital, I'm finding a way
to get that shit
send
to
you
you.
the thing, and I'm not telling you I'm in the hospital, but I'm like, hey, sorry for the delay. Here it is. You know, and then they were like, "Oh, what happened?" I'm like, "Oh, I got a 10-car pileup, and I'm being airlifted to a hospital."
I almost died.
But I knew you needed to get this one disclosure that you were curious if the sewer lateral had been looked at yet or not. But here you go. You know what I mean? As in, like, boop, boop, in my hospital bed.
I had to really get in the habit of like every task. Like when it comes up, I gotta put it in my task list.
You have to
for that day. It's gonna get away from me.
Yeah, I think I've gotten better at that, of creating like checklists, like like prioritizing shit, like oh, I need to do this by this time or this day and get this shit done, because like we have fucking going like a million miles an hour, and it's like we'll like get called on something else, and you're like pick up the phone and like forget about what you're doing, like son of a bitch. So
I'm very bad. My day is like jazz. You know, it just kind of goes like skiddle-a-boo, and then I'm like, oh, scoodle-a-ba, and I'll just sort of go around doing whatever I feel like I should be riffing on in that moment. But all the things do eventually get done. I will say that. But I want to say my weakness is structure, but I honestly don't know if that's a weakness personally. Now that I've really like gotten as far in this business as I have, because I have such a creative's brain where you have waves of inspiration,
right?
And I'm so good at catching those waves. But when it's calm seas, I got nothing.
Yes,
that's when I do my busy work, right? When it's not something that needs inspiration, that needs creativity. So that's when I'll just like, do all my client stuff and this and that and my check-ins, and then I'll have like this wave of inspiration. I'm like, oh, I got to make this video, or I'll text Roland and be like, hey, this is a cool video idea. Why don't we do this? Or I see an article,
and then I'm the one that writes it down.
Yeah, he is, because that's the one job he has for our podcast that he doesn't do. But I digress, Ricky.
No, I write everything down, dude. Every idea, like everything
on our Trello
that
board
comes to me, I text to myself, and then it's going to the right place.
Smart.
Yeah,
you have to, because you never know when that one idea is gonna pop in.
So I rely on him for the structure. I'm over here just sending him like a random text, like, "How about this idea?" Just out of nowhere at 2 a.m, like, "Bro, this send." And he'll be like,
I'll say, "Put it in the Trello board."
Yeah, he'll put it in the Trello board, and I say, "It's your one job," and that's always how the conversation goes.
It's hilarious. I mean, I could sit here all night talking to you guys. I know you guys got stuff to do, unless you guys don't. But what it is. I mean, we still got half a bottle left. But
I finished my drink. I was on my 3rd shot already, bro. And those are doubles too.
Double.
I just see Matt like fucking slam it and just put his glass down. And he's like, next.
That's tequila and transactions, Roland.
Yeah, bro.
That's tequila and transactions. Let's do one more.
Yeah, I'm down.
Hit me up.
Anything you guys want to end the podcast with?
Give us some parting knowledge.
Yeah, some words of wisdom.
Give us some words of wisdom.
Writing everything
just
down.
Win, baby.
Right, just win. No, we're 2-6.
Train away players so fast.
Hopefully, we just hold on to Max Crosby. That's about all we got.
Teams were sniffing around for him.
There's no
hell no. That's not all you guys got. You guys got a stud ass tight end.
Oh, that's true.
Brock Bowers is on my fantasy team this year. Is he really?
He's a fucking Brock Bowers.
He's like the number 1 rookie, isn't he?
He's a beast.
Jaden Daniels.
He's gonna get. I think he's gonna get off. Well, yeah, it's gonna be close.
Jaden Daniels is gonna win.
Yeah, he'll get rookie of the year, but
He's absolutely savage.
Great.
Yeah. Parting knowledge, man. Write stuff down. Like a lot of my ideas come from driving in the car and listening to music. Like I'll hear a song and I'm like, oh, that's a good listening video song.
Really?
So, yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Every single one of those is like, that's kind of how it goes.
Nice.
Some of inspiration, some from scrolling, you know what I mean? And taking like, really not taking that same idea, but something like just a total spin from it. Of just like where I see a vision and then like making sure it's written down, right?
Yeah.
So when I have that listing, I go through my list and I'm like, this is the one for that, or that's the one for that.
Nice.
That's for listing videos, and then from even like our TikTok tours came from inspiration from another agent in a whole totally different market. Being vulnerable, getting on a call with her, asking for her for advice, being kind of challenged by her.
Who was it, Shannon?
No, it was Summer Hudson.
Oh, sick.
In Indianapolis.
Cool.
And our brokerage, to be really, really real, I think a lot of challenge and inspiration from other agents that we're close with in our brokerage, taking ideas from them, and now us being in the position to be in that same position and give back to other agents that are reaching out to us.
Very dope.
And giving us our flowers and things like that. So I think more often than not, I don't talk about the brokerage enough as that being a huge component into kind of some of the drive and success, down to like our CEO and president and things like that. So I never bring that up, honestly, which is
really
like,
don't.
I don't. And it's like, it's one of those things where I didn't even realize it. I kind of until
what's dope
a few weeks ago.
Because I mean, I always say like, you're only going to be as successful as people you surround yourself with. So
yeah,
I think obviously you guys have that in Real. I feel like I have that inside.
Absolutely.
You're a side.
Yes.
I didn't know. I don't think I knew that.
You didn't?
When did you join?
I was like, who paid Matt to say this? No, we launched July
that's
2019.
the point of side, though, isn't it?
That is the point.
Yeah,
Because that was
July
that's
19th.
really good.
before I went to
Yeah.
Real. It was side and Real were my two.
Dude, that's
Those were the
honestly
ones. Those were the ones.
those are the only ones I have up
Do you
there.
know Jonathan Ng or Monica Hartinger? They both joined side at like almost the same.
Do you know they were?
time, like
I know
3 years
brands.
ago?
I know brands, dude.
Oh,
you know they're
Adapt.
yes.
Oh, yeah, that was a.
Yeah, Dab's dope. You're here, welcome here. You're getting the bag.
No, that was kind of a. I saw a little side.
No, hell no. Run the back, bro.
All right.
I seen it. No, Dab's
Steve
cool.
says it over here.
Dab's dope.
Yeah.
I think Monica Harder's Realm,
Yes,
I
Realm.
think so, but yeah, two of my good buddies.
Mirror,
Yep,
Kayla and Rebecca.
exactly. I think they might make a move soon. Though.
They're going to they're merging with 50 Hills.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so they're just merging with another side company, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I guess maybe they're just
Yeah,
becoming 50
that's
Hills
cool.
or something like that. I thought they were coming to Real for a second. I was like, if you fucking guys come to Real.
I was like, because usually that's what happens.
Yeah.
Everyone from EXP and Compass and
Yeah.
a lot of people from Side too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you have to line yourself with who's going to make you better.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, like who's going to bring you what you need, who's going to, every brokerage is going to have different things.
And there's people who still love Compass.
I don't know who those are.
I know some of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I do too. I mean, there's people who love Coldwell Banker and
I
California.
mean,
Well,
but
there's
like
some
companies
people,
like Real and Inside really give you a lot of freedom to do a lot of cool shit.
Well, I
And,
didn't know that you had so how many agents do you have under you?
9.
Or
So I'm
with you? I
9.
Under. Okay.
So in total, actually, Boulevard is 19, and 10 of those are mine.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have my own team underneath Boulevard.
So
Yeah.
Side was better at doing that, was building for that.
Yes.
And that was something that I personally was interested in, which is what made me eventually go with Real
Right.
at the end of the day. But
Right.
no, Side was, because I was like, do I kind of get like a team? Is that something I'm interested in?
Yeah.
Because that was definitely the better option to do that. But at the end of the day, I just like being myself.
Yeah, man. It's like
I just like being by myself in every way possible. So I was like, you know what? Why would I veer off of what I like off of everything else in my life
Yeah.
and be surrounded by all these people? Nah, I'm just gonna stick with my own thing.
yeah, you got to align yourself with like I said, who's gonna help you continue to do what you're good at doing that.
And that's me.
Yeah.
I help myself continue to do good things. And so I aligned with myself and went,
Yeah.
great, match made in heaven.
Yeah,
here,
there you
Matt.
go.
We're off to the races, baby.
There you go.
Well, my parting wisdom.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that anybody asked, but I figured you were.
That we
We
were
knew it was coming.
we were pivoting.
We kind of
Well,
went
yeah.
down the line. So.
My words of wisdom, let's just have fun. I feel like people take life too seriously. People take this job too seriously.
Way too seriously.
Not that this job isn't serious, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we need to be there for our clients and take things seriously, but
No, you like to be unserious. It's good.
I'm an unserious character sometimes, Roland, and I'm okay with that. And I've accepted that, and I've leaned into that. And it's helped me it's helped me just enjoy life. I'm very much at the point where I just turned 40. Not that that's old, but really what happened was in my previous job, I had it wasn't a nervous breakdown. That's not but I hit burnout hard. Like
psychotic break.
No, not a psychotic break, but I hit burnout. I mean hard. Like I woke up one morning and thought to myself, I don't care if I'm alive or dead at this moment. Like it was just this emptiness.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
It
That's
was,
crazy.
and that is so not.
Yeah, it's
me
not. Yeah.
At all. And one morning I just woke and just had this this existential sense
Crisis.
of kinda of just like, what? Oh my God! Like what is the point of any?
And then you said real estate.
Bing.
It wasn't even me who did it. I went to my dad's house that night, and one of my family friends who was in real estate for 30 years sees
shit.
me and was like, "What's wrong with you?"
You need to change.
She did.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm."
Isn't it funny though that real estate is never anybody's first career choice?
Dude,
Well,
that's,
here's the thing.
Never.
Here's
that's
the thing.
fucking.
I've never heard of it.
That's hilarious.
I
Yeah.
went to DVC. I took real estate courses because I wanted to be a real estate agent right out of high school.
I will say that in my 8th grade project, I chose real estate brokerage as my career choice. But
Y'all are fucking weird.
But
In 8th grade?
but I did not pursue real estate. Real estate was not my first choice.
Mine either.
I studied finance. I thought I was gonna be fucking pushing papers at a financial firm or whatever. And it was my dad, because my dad and my uncles were huge real estate investors, and my dad was like, "Dude, you need to be in real estate." I'm like, I don't want to be in fucking real estate. They're all fucking sleazy, bro. Like they don't give a fuck about you. They all give a fuck about is the deal. My dad's like, but no one in our family does residential. Nobody. And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of lenders, but not any realtors. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know if it's for me. He's like, just do it. Just do it. Like, you have all these people that are they're gonna need you. And I'm like, I guess. But then it wasn't until like literally a few months later where like my boss that I was working at Outback Steakhouse at the time, serving tables.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking finishing up my undergrad at Cal State East Bay, and I was working at a fucking pawn shop in Pleasant Hill called Pleasant Hill Coin and Jewelry Exchange. Grinding. And my boss at the jewelry store was like, "You're the only college educated person here. You're the most educated person in the building. I can't pay you what you're worth. But I have a friend who's in real estate, who's starting a team. You should give him a call because I know that's a passion of yours." Fucking 10 years later, still working with Josh to this day.
Wow, dude, that's so cool, man.
So it fucking went from hanging out with him on broker tours to like fucking doing what I'm doing today. So,
you got a team of 10.
But it was crazy. Like I didn't choose. Like people always say, I didn't choose real estate. Real estate chose me, and I felt like it kind of did choose me. There was a lot of nudging along the way, but yeah.
Yeah, for mine it was just my family friend saying like, "Look, I think you'd be good at real estate." You know, on the edge of my like fucking breakdown.
Shit.
She's like, "You be good at real estate. If you get your license, I'll teach you how to do the job." Because I've been in it for 30 years. I signed up for classes that night. I passed everything I possibly could as fast as possible. Knocked on her door and was like, "Hey, here I am." And that's how I got into real estate.
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So like you said,
Crazy.
like have fun.
Yeah.
Me in the beginning of the career was not fun.
No?
No.
Just because you were grinding so hard?
Yeah, and just
You're
like
grinding-
not
you're
knowing,
grinding.
not knowing what the hell do I do? Like
You're
all this stuff. So
you're
it's
learning
like,
a lot.
Yeah.
in the beginning,
So
too.
I mean, I don't know. I think that's like, have fun, but like when you're eating shit, it's not fun.
Which is why I'm trying to. Are you shitting on my wisdom? I didn't say shit about yours. I didn't say anything about your stupid ass wisdom, dude.
I just made me think, like, have fun. Like, I was imagining
have
myself,
fun how?
and that shit
How?
was not fun at all. And I'm like seeing other people's sales, and it's messing with your mental, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, which is my message of like, keep it light, dude.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
it fun. Keep going. Have fun with the process.
Keep going. I think is a good one.
Okay, but have
That's a great
fun.
one.
But okay, can I? So not have fun.
It's not fun sometimes though.
Okay, I understand that. But
Like
life
it is,
isn't
like you
fun
get that
sometimes.
one win, like that one sale that when you really needed it. Like it's some fun.
You can have fun.
Yeah.
You can still have fun.
Yeah.
This has not been my best year by any means.
I think Roland's working with some shitty agents. He's not having fun.
Yeah.
You're not having fun.
For me, this has not been my best year personally, but like
Oh, I would say.
Yeah, but you
same
still had a
thing.
good year, and that's I could see
Well,
why
that's
why
what-
it's fun, right?
of
Because
course.
it's just you're in that mode, right, within your career now, where that's where it's able to happen.
Right.
But think about the people. I mean, think about like I don't know about you guys. I've seen a lot of people get out of the industry that
Oh,
are,
yeah.
like, or just really
This year's been
struggling.
rough.
Oh, of course.
Really
don't
struggling.
think I
This
didn't
year's been
struggle.
rough.
I didn't.
I'm not
sell
saying that. I'm
shit
just saying.
for
I'm just saying in general.
years.
Yeah.
But I still had fun.
Yeah.
Like to get my name out there, like I did when Snapchat was still a thing and all of its filters. I would do.
Still is a thing, dude.
But I mean, like back then, when I
I'm
first
still on
started-
that
I'm still on that thing,
When
bro.
I first started, all the different filters of the
Oh, yeah.
faces, I was doing a realtor a week of being like, oh, this is the new realtor to my team. And I would just
That's
have like
hilarious.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's
So
fucking hella
bring that
funny.
back.
I was having fun.
You should totally bring that
honestly,
back.
I thought about
Honestly.
You should totally bring
Yeah,
that back.
my best creation, his name was Dean Crunch, and he was a killer, dude. He was so sharky, man. He had a big smile, big eyes. He was handsome. Kind of a piece of shit, though. But he crushed. He was like my number one guy.
That's hella funny.
Dean Crunch. But I had this lineup of just like stupid ass characters.
Oh, it's about that. We're wrapping up.
Oh, okay.
We're
Anyways,
wrapping up.
have fun.
Enough about Dean
Have
Crunch.
fun.
Yeah.
Dean Crunch.
Dean
If Dean
Crunch.
Crunch can make it, you can make it. If Dean Crunch can make it, you can make it out there.
Oh, it's too fucking funny. Yeah, you should totally bring that back. Totally bring that back. No, well, once again, really appreciate you guys for taking the time, joining me. Try to keep your guys' bellies fed and
Oh, man,
Appreciate
we
you,
really
man.
filled
appreciate it.
with some liquid
Yeah.
courage.
Tequila.
So I really like, again, you guys from bottom of my heart, really appreciate you guys for sharing some wisdom, sharing some time, just being a part of the show, putting out your football predictions out into the world. But no, ultimately, like, it was a great time. Really appreciate you guys just joining me and partaking in some tequila tomfoolery. So
Love it, bro. Anytime.
Anytime.
Have us back anytime.
for
Yeah.
sure. Well, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. This is
All right, bro.
Tequila and Transactions, episode 53. My buddy Roland and Matt. And we're out. Appreciate you guys.
Go
Peace.
Raiders.